Kennis with Goxstein Media, and I am doing another one of my impromptu evening Q&A sessions. So, I'll wait for some of you to file into the room this evening. I kind of told some people in my group chat that I was doing this, so if you are here from my group chat, hello and shout outs to you. I do have some friends in there. One of my friends was actually like almost being scammed on his X account. And so he was kind of in a panic and we helped save him from that. So shout outs to you, Wes. I'm glad we were able to help you out there. And then we also had our other friend, Adam. Adam, I don't know if you are here right now, but if you are here in the chat, he is getting into some stable coins this evening. He seems to think that crypto is going to go down, and so he is buying stable coins. So it made me wonder, are you buying stable coins? I do have a little bit of money in stable coins, but I'm not like exiting any positions to be into more stable coins. So I don't know. I feel like this is just an artificial, I'm having a good hair day. There's only one person in here, so I don't care that you're watching me play with my hair. So yes, but there is some artificial suppression of the Bitcoin market price and all of the price of crypto in general. Everything's definitely looking like a buy at this point. But yeah, just a lot of uncertainty with the new president taking over and imposing lots of tariffs and things like that. So there is just a little bit of uncertainty. But as you guys saw on the live stream earlier today, things weren't looking too bad in terms of like overall international markets. So I'm still feeling like a lot of this is just a lot of FUD that is invented to suppress the price of Bitcoin. So, are you guys looking to be buying anything at this point? I am not yet. So I don't know how much lower we're going to go. The lowest prices that we saw people coming up with was around the 70,000 range, which we did hit 76 and we had a lot of buy pressure at 76. Things came up, Bitcoin came up. We've been hovering around the 84 range. So I don't know, even if it does drop down, I don't know how much lower we can go. So yeah, I think it's just one of those like wait and see games. We could have a lot of volatility in the market, and so that could perhaps be why some of our friends are stabling up this evening. So thank you for the hearts. I see that. I love you. I appreciate you. My name is Julie Kennis. I'm with Goxstein Media, and I am talking about crypto this evening. Oh, investing makes you nervous. I started small with investing. Just, when I put my first $100 in, and then I watched the $100 turn into $1,000, I was like, oh, I should have had $1,000 in, because then that could have been $10,000. So then my mindset just started to change a little bit about investing. And so I made a couple of good trades, and it really piqued my interest in trading. And so I have been hooked on trading ever since. But I started just on Robinhood, which I downloaded in the App Store. It was a very, very simple to use app, and it just was like very easy, buy, sell, so it was just very simple. Thank you for the sweet compliments telling me that I am beautiful. That is so kind of you. So yeah, I got started on Robinhood, and Robinhood just made it super simple. Thank you for the subscription, Cliff. That's so sweet of you to subscribe to me. I'm trying to hit 600 subscribers, you guys. But yeah, I try to teach investing to new people who are new to crypto, because cryptocurrency can be a little scary. But there are tools that make crypto really easy to use, such as Robinhood. And it also, it works like a debit card. You can get a card, and so if you load money into Robinhood, that money is there as cash. And so you can invest it, and as the money goes up, you can sell it, and it was really cool because what happened was I would put my money in there and I would use it as like a savings account. And especially like right now, because cryptocurrency is facing mass adoption with the federal government looking at it. And so we're likely to see a big swing up. So you could put money in and then you sell that money in the app on your phone, and it's immediately available on the debit card that you have through them. So crypto.com offers this, Robinhood offers this, but if you're new to trading, I highly recommend Robinhood, because Robinhood is just super user friendly. It's easy to use to get your money on and off. Everything about it, I can't say enough good things. I did run into some negative things with Robinhood, but it wasn't negative to the point where I would never go back to Robinhood. So I've actually been thinking of like going back to having an account there, because it was easy to use my money. It was easy to use my money. And with crypto, there are cycles. And so when you understand the market cycle, then you can understand more or less, like, when there's going to be a good time, when there's going to be a downswing. Oh my gosh, hello, I've got the perp community here. You guys, I shouted out the perp community earlier today on my live stream. They are so fantastic, you guys. They rate all of my posts, and so I was trying to think of like a special way to, like, I don't know, feature them in the show today. So I did. I featured them in the show. So thank you guys for being here. You're amazing. So yeah, I wanted to hold true to my word. It was not like, look, my channel, I am not sponsored. I am not paid to say what I say. I am with a decentralized media company. So every day I live stream at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I come in and I basically just read all of the news. I will read all of the crypto news. I will read all of like the legacy media, and I will read like, what is CNBC saying? What is Fox Business News saying? What is CNN saying? And I just kind of scrape all of the information of like what legacy media is saying, what we're seeing on X, what's happening in the market, international markets as well. And so then I just will scrape it all and just kind of try and bundle it. And so people are saying there's looking to be a little bit of a downturn right now in a bull market. We expect 30% drawdowns in bull markets. And so it's a buying opportunity, you guys. This is a great time to get started into investing. So thank you, Perp Community, for being here. And I'm all purple for you. It's very appropriate. It's a very appropriate. So, yeah, so in my show, I do deep dives into like stablecoin legislation that's coming out. I'm really interested in that because we're going to be seeing a lot of traditional finance and banks getting into stablecoin legislation. So the Genius Act coupled with the Firm Act, they have the two of them together, and there's so much going on in government right now, and I always get a little nervous whenever there's a lot of new proposals that are coming out. And that's exactly what we're looking at right now. We've got strategic Bitcoin reserves, stablecoin legislations, Genius Act, Firm Act. There's so much going on that they almost just add a lot to make it easy to slip things into these bills. So, although I am an advocate of cryptocurrency and I want to see there be mass adoption in cryptocurrency, I don't want to see there being exploits or it designed to only benefit the banks, because traditional banking systems, they basically robbed from the little guy, and cryptocurrency has been the great equalizer and allowing us to have a hedge against inflation and not have to work 2 or 3 jobs and things like that, because people can't survive on a single income anymore. I'm a single mom. Like, how do you survive on an income when you have kids and you're a single person? Like, it's just, life gets crazy. So, yeah, crypto is like that one great equalizer that allows people, whether you are in the United States or you are in another country. There are many, many people that I know that are abroad. Some of them are in countries that are wealthier than ours, and some are countries that are not wealthier than ours. And it really is just that great equalizer that allows everybody a fair shot to be able to make money if they're just smart. And so when I was brought up, my family always taught me about, like, getting a career and an education and working hard and, saving for retirement and all of that. And then crypto comes along, and there's people who are making somebody's entire year salary that they spent 10 years trying to achieve in a day or a month. Like, these kids are just making so much money, and it's just because their thoughts behind money are different, and because they're still, like, living in situations where they're still living with their parents, or they haven't incurred a lot of debt, or they just find themselves in a situation where they have more available income for investing, and their eyes are more open and they're more receptive to being able to trade cryptocurrency. So it is something where it's a little bit of a younger person's sport, but I don't think that people who are necessarily older, like myself, should not be ashamed, should not be afraid of getting into crypto. Like, it didn't make sense to me for a long time. And, like, I'm a computer person. Like, I started coding at a young age. I like coding. I mean, like, DOS prompt, like trying to run DOS prompt, and then, like, coding some websites and things like that. But crypto still didn't totally make sense to me. And I just didn't realize that it was a function of being able to buy and sell it. And so the US has not been crypto friendly. They have been throwing people in jail and confiscating their crypto and debanking them and doing all of these things. And so um, now that we're starting to take a bigger look at crypto as a whole and how to adopt it, being early is imperative, because right now we are getting ready to see the biggest onboarding and mass adoption in the United States history of a new asset like this. This is a new asset class. So, what really gold was kind of that, like, safe bet that people would have other than, like, stocks. And this is just an entire new asset class. And so they're just trying to look at, like, how to define it, because there's so much to it between the coins and the NFTs and, stable coins and all of these different things. And the legislation on each different item needs to be looked at differently. So yeah, it's something that I'm really keeping a close eye on right now. And I'm not a huge proponent for, like, the United States getting into crypto, because I feel like what we get to do now, and what has been just this, like, free and wonderful place for us to create, now we're going to have regulations. Now it's going to be a little different going forward. So, I'm and also, like, people look at Bitcoin right now and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Bitcoin is so expensive. It's $80,000 per Bitcoin." Well, right now, if there's a short squeeze on Bitcoin and the US tries to adopt it, or other country nations try to adopt it, and there is a run on the Bitcoin price and we see a short squeeze, we could see $700,000 Bitcoin this cycle. 700,000 this cycle. So Kathy Wood just came out today and said in her interview that she sees 1.5 million Bitcoin in 5 years. Only in 5 years, by 2030. If all you need is one Bitcoin. All you need is one Bitcoin, because in 5 years that could be worth 1.5 million. And I believe her, because right now we've already touched 109,000. So to say that we don't hit 200,000 just on a normal cycle. This is not looking at, like, when banks and major institutions and states, because, we have 23 states that have proposed Bitcoin reserves of some sort. And some of the states, three of them have approved, but one of the states, the legislation does not authorize the purchase of Bitcoin. It is just more of like a regulatory framework within the state level. And so there is stuff like that that's going on. So like, but if we were to see like states purchasing their own reserve, which would be so smart because at 80,000 per Bitcoin, if it goes to 1.5 million, like think about the assets, just how well the state could do if it needed to rely on that asset. So I really want to see the states adopting it, not just on the federal level, but if states adopt it, if federal adopts it, then we're going to see other countries adopting it. We already know El Salvador has done it. We saw Germany do it, and we saw Germany sell, and Germany sold at the wrong time. They would still be up on their investment if they were still holding it, even though we've had this sharp downturn. They would still be up. I think they sold at like 50,000. I can't remember. But yeah, Germany, they totally failed. But yeah, like pretty much every country is looking at cryptocurrency now. So yeah, I didn't mean to go on like a whole cryptocurrency rant. I'm like, these evening ones are supposed to just be fun, you guys, and I just love crypto. So I always just digress and end up talking about crypto. But I do like talking about politics and stuff too, because politics are fun also. But shout out to the perp community again. I've seen you guys showing me some love. Your little hearts are popping through, and I see all your love on my channel. I totally appreciate you guys. And if you have someone from the community that might want to do a live stream with me, I'd love to have one of you guys on and just kind of hear about you know, the community and how you guys have been doing, holding up and everything, because you know, a lot of communities have kind of fallen apart with this pullback, and it's kind of sad to see. You know, when the sentiment in a community starts to shift from like good and happy, and then no, it's not so good and not so happy. So yeah, so shout outs to you guys, because I can tell the vibes are still super high with you guys. So, and also, are you guys going to Bitcoin Nashville, or I want to say Bitcoin Nashville because Bitcoin was in Nashville last year, Bitcoin Vegas? Because I'm starting to make my Bitcoin Vegas plans. I'm super excited about it. So anyway, that is the show for today, but I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST for my normal show, and probably popping in occasionally in the evenings for these late night Q&A. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.